Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to check out my newest video. I originally recorded this in-game, but apparently the microphone I had didn't want to pick up. I'm not sure why. But what this video is about is my first few hours of playing a dual stick setup with my Avenger Titan. I got the controls fairly well, other than ramming into this ship right here after I blew it up. The amount of control and what you can do with the ship to make it, quote, dance is really good. I never had an issue getting the ship to do what I wanted it to. I'm still learning about blacking out and everything else. I went to gimbal lock so that my gimbaled weapons and I would be on the same point of view here. And the main gun that is gimbaled on the Avenger is the big, for lack of a better term, Gatling gun that's on the front of it. I'm not sure what it's called off the top of my head. Excuse me. I would strongly suggest that if you're going to fly dual stick, go to gimbal lock, and that way you don't have to track another thing while you're trying to move your ship around. This, as you can see, it allows me to, everything shoots on that axis. Once you get used to it, it will give you a fair bit of accuracy. The hard bit is just getting used to it, because if you're used to keyboard and mouse and just pointing at your target with your mouse, which is really good with gimbals, going to this is a little bit harder to adjust to. As you can see, I keep missing even though I thought I was on target. Part of that may be a little bit of desync. Part of it is that I'm flying against Vandal Swarm, which is not the hardest thing in the world, but as you can tell, the ships are really small. They have a smaller cross-section to hit. If I were shooting against something like a Saber, if I didn't die in the first pass, he'd be easier to hit. But the control that you get is really, really good. I'm still mapping out the buttons and figuring out what I want to do as far as where my missiles and my countermeasures and everything else are. If you're interested in looking into this type of setup, the Logitech Extreme 3D Pro is the joystick I went with, and I got two of them off of Amazon. It was about $70 after taxes and everything. The other one is the Thrustmaster 1600. They've got a new one coming out, but the problem with that one's going to be it's brand new and it's more expensive. It's like $45 brand new out of the box. The one I've got was $33 brand new out of the box. The joystick I've got's a good stick. It seems to hold up fairly well, and I've played it for a few hours now. There's a little bit of a dead zone that I'm still mastering where that's at. But that's pretty much everything to do with this video. The rest of this video is just me flying around shooting at things. I endeavored to hit everything, but sometimes you just can't, and there's really nothing you can do about it. So it's a lot of practice, and the only way to get better is stick time. That you cannot replace, to coin a military term, you cannot replace the trigger time of actually flying and shooting with anything else. You have to actually fly and shoot. There is no videos you can watch that will make you better. It may show you a new technique, but then you've got to come into the little exploration thing here, and you've got to be able to do reps with that. You've got to spend time shooting, you've got to spend time flying, and everything else. I was going to do a couple more videos of this while I was in the persistent universe. I kept getting DC'd and I was having my microphone issues, so I hope this comes across well. If y'all have questions, put them in the comments section below. I think I'm going to get blown up here in just a minute on this fight, so that'll be about where the video ends. Have a good one and keep flying.